Welcome to the third edition of Goa Arts and Literary Festival at International Centre of Goa. We have with us Naseem Shafaie, who is a Kashmiri language poet and who writes about variety of topics. She became the first Kashmiri woman to win the Sahitya Akademi Award in 2011. Her poetry has been also translated into various other languages. So, ma'am, creating art in a conflict zone. You are a poet who lives in a constant state of flux, Kashmir. What kind of imagery do we find in your poetry?
It has so many images, not exactly one or two. It is women oriented. It is about the present scenario, present, because as you well said, that is conflict area. But before that, I am writing now since 1976. So conflict was not always there. It is for last 20 years, 22 years now. Till then, it was romance. It was mostly about women. We have at my back is Lala Arifa, the greatest ever Kashmiri poet, saint. I have Habba Khatun, 16th century. Then I have Ardimal. I have so many legendary poetesses. But mine was distinct because I, in my lifetime, could be able to, with the grace of God, I came out with the book. So, so many themes. My first book was The Open Window. I wanted Kashmiri women to look outside the window and let the outside world look at them, have a look of them. Because mine was the first book which in my lifetime was published.
How does the feminist angle influence your poetry? Is it a constant strength or weakness?
Feminism with me. Sometimes I'm asked that you are a feminist writer. I belong to the group of writers from Kashmir. I must say I don't know too much about the big languages like English, but to me, feminism is when a lady, when women are respected in their own place of um, what they live. I respect the men because they are fathers, they are brothers, they are sons, and they are husbands. They can be he can be a lover too. But what I want, I am a feminist because I want that women should be respected. They should not be considered as second degree. So that is my feminism. I write from that angle.
What does it mean to you to be a poet?
Now it has plenty of meanings because I am recognized now as a poet, as a writer. I don't know how far this is true, but my father wanted me when I was of your age, not exactly I was in a school, I was a school child. My father wanted me to become a doctor. But now everybody around me, he's not alive. My mother is there, but everybody is proud of me. And that's true for me. So that if I would have been a doctor, nobody would know me. But because I have this, with the grace of God, strength of pen and paper with me, I am known in my own little capacity. So I'm happy.
Your second collection, Nasai Na Aks, helped you win the Sahitya Akademi Award in 2011. You are the first Kashmiri woman to receive this honor. How does it feel?
It is an honor, a lifetime honor. I must tell you something about this book and Goa. The same book I received first prize that was international in the sense that Government of Korea and Government of India joint venture Tagore Literature Award. It was introduced. So I was in Goa in 2009 when I received a phone call from Delhi that I have been selected, my book has been selected for the first ever That they give it to 8 languages per year. It was the first 8 persons who got Tagore Literature Award for this very book. And Goa is that way very special for me. Then in 2011, I got, yes, this was the recognition, and this is really for lifetime honor to me.
Is the pen mightier than the sword? Can poets influence people's views?
Definitely. If not, influence the people with the sword or the gun, but poets have, writers, artists, everywhere they have more power. What I must tell you, I may not call it a politician, but the speech, ours together cannot do wonders than a poet's poem, small poem can do. Yes, they have more power.
Who is your favorite poet?
In Kashmiri, my teacher, Professor Rahman Rahi, who is again Peter and who is my godfather as well.
Setting aside poetry for a moment, are there other things you would like to write or that you have written?
Papers about Kashmiri literature. I tried my best to write something else, but till now I couldn't. I sometimes tell to myself, let me collect some events. I am preparing myself to collect some events who belong to uh, my life around me, the happenings, as you said in the beginning, the conflict. If I am able to, I can pen it down. But till now, it is just poetry and nothing else.
Your career as a professor, poet, has always seen you advocating the mother tongue. What's your take on this? Why is it so important?
Because I think a piece of land is not your birthplace unless you have your own language. Language is the identity. So I love my identity. I respect the identity of mine as well as of everybody. India is a very big country, and it's not true about Indians belonging to different states and having their own regional language. It's true about even in the United States of this UK. Na? So many states, small states, and becoming the UK, but every region state has its own regional language. Region is your identity. Your land is not your identity. Your language is your identity. So I respect and love and I am privileged to be a writer, to express myself in my own language.
That's right. Your poetry has been translated into English, Urdu, Kannada, and others. What do you feel will be the impact of these translations?
Translation is a must for any regional language. Without translation, you cannot reach to other people. Nobody can know you. Translation is a must.
Do you think poetry can heal the wounds of Kashmir?
If not heal, it can make you weep. Tears in eyes is sometimes catharsis. You can make yourself, no, not sweet. It can lower the burden on your heart. That's the.
I mean, over the last decade,
Yeah.
how has the regional literature movements progressed?
We have done a lot in our own capacity because conflict makes one crippled and one cannot move ahead. But even then, it is coming up, and we are trying strongly to make the government to introduce this Kashmiri language in all the schools and higher secondary schools. It is there till 8th standard. We want it to be introduced and make it compulsory for 9th, 10th, and in college level it is, and in university it is. Because until you have reading public, you cannot go ahead with, because you can pen down, you can write so many things, but if there is nobody to read it, you can speak. Every in every region, people are there to speak to themselves. And but you need, now it's the need of the art that we need reading public. It's a must for every citizen belonging to any state that he must read his language also.
So, ma'am, what are your expectations from Goa Arts and Literary Festival 2012?
It is a very novel and very important idea. It creates ideas and thoughts in one's heart, and I wish my state would take something from Goa, and we want this kind of festival of letters and art in our state. We will talk. Let us see how the things go. I wish all of you there.
Oh, thank you very much, ma'am,
Thank you.
for sharing your views on poetry. Hope this act as some nuggets for the aspiring poets who will be coming forth in this field.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure having you here, and hope you enjoy the stay here
Definitely.
at Goa Arts and Literary Festival at International Center of Goa.
Thanks.
So, viewers, this was Naseem Shafaie with us, who spoke about her experience in poetry. There are many more to come, so keep watching Goa Arts and Literary Festival at International Center of Goa.